to Living Style with Lisa. Today's show is all about gathering a few things and making them beautiful. When I say a few things, those few things probably you have around your house. So let's get right into it, shall we? Over here, I know I like to bring the outside in, especially with the cooler months that we have going on. We're coming up on the fall season. So I find it nice to bring the outside in because I'm such an outdoor kind of person. So I like to bring in our plant stands. And plant stands, they can work so well for, having that empty space in our house. It could be a corner or any empty space in the house, really, to cover that up with decor. So I use the plant stand for my books. So what I'm going to do is put a few of my favorite books on this little shelf here. And then I'm going to add a little plant and add some decor. Now remember, it's all about living your style, so just put a little bit of decor that makes your life happy and beautiful, right? And bringing the outside in, nothing says outside more than branches, right? I literally just walked outside and I grabbed these branches from my backyard, and the grapevine here is from my backyard as well. I got so much grapevine that I made wreaths, and I just have it all through my house. Like I said, it is September, so I can't wait to decorate for fall. So I use it a lot in just clear vases like this. And again, if you have an empty space or an empty corner, you can decorate in threes, and that just fills it up perfect, right? On to the next little few things that you might have around your house. This here is ceramic tile, right? A lot of the developers, the construction companies, obviously, they use the ceramic tile, right? To do our kitchens, our bathrooms, to make them so pretty. Now, this, you can pick these up at your local home improvement store. Always check the clearance shelves. Sometimes you can get them for like 10 cents. But if you know a developer or a construction company, just walk in sometimes. If you ask nicely, they a lot of times have them for free. Yes, free. And I like to do decor with these. And also, I will say, with everybody quarantined in our homes, maybe you had to stay home, right? Maybe you did some renovations around your house. So always use these or whatever you have, see what you have around your house and make them decor. With ceramic tile, I like to just go ahead and make them into decor signage. So I take my dry erase marker and I'm going to write gather, because our show is about gathering a few things around the house, making them beautiful. How simple is that, right? And you can put this on your kitchen table. Say you're having an entertaining for a party, put it on the kitchen table, gather around the table and eat, or put it on your kitchen counter, whatever your living style says for you, right? Can't get much easier. Next, we're going to come right over here. You might see here on the table, I have more ceramic tile. This kind of tile, right, it comes in squares. I didn't get this cut or anything of that nature, but it just comes in squares like this. And this is great to use. You could use this as placemats if you want. But what I like, these little things snap right off. They're so easy, right, to snap off. And these are great for outdoor coasters, by the way. But what I want to do is I just want to break these off. And I will say you have to be a little gentle breaking them off, because if you want to use the centerpiece, which I am going to do, you don't want them all to come off. Again, I'm just taking the two ends off. Going back and forth, and it's very, very simple to do. See, voila. Remember, if it isn't easy breezy, I'm not going to do it, right? And I just want this middle piece. And you might be saying, for what? I'm going to just put it right underneath my tray that I have here, right? And speaking of this tray, I absolutely love paint, right? Nothing says, hey, an instant makeover than painting something new. This tray used to be wood, so I decided to paint it black. But with pieces of wood that I have left over, I wanted to do like a centerpiece for my kitchen and have all my herbs on it, and I wanted it to be elevated. So just take a piece of wood, such as this. This is why I have this wood not painted. And you can measure it out. I wanted it obviously to go right into my slats of my tray. And you can measure it out, have it cut, you can get it cut. Again, these are pieces that if you have lying around, but if not, you can go to your local home store, pick up a piece of wood, and they'll cut it for you. But what I like to do is, and I do this quite a bit, I like to stain woods. I don't like to just paint woods, and then I use my woods for a lot of centerpieces and a lot of things I do around the house. Hey, if you catched an episode, around the time that we were quarantined in our homes, I did a piece on wood with growing garden herbs on our windowsill and creating a door stopper. So here we go with this piece of wood. I'm going to show you how easy it is to stain right here on our little live TV set. Because if it isn't easy, I'm sure not going to do it, and I'm sure not going to show you, right? And again, I like to stain, and I'm also a very rustic kinds of wood decor person. And this was so simple because, A, not only could I do it inside because the stain is so low toxic, but it's so simple because I only had to do one coat because I wanted that natural wood to just seep on through. And I chose not to do the sides, if you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but on the sides I left it the natural wood. For myself, for fall, I'm doing like the grays and the natural wood, the light woods. I always like to do some kind of rustic room in my home. And this year it happens to be my kitchen, right? I love decorating for fall. Now, like I said, this is how simple paint can just change the whole look of anything, right? We know this, and it's so easy. And then you just let that dry for about an hour, and that's it. And that's me, I like the natural wood to seep on through. Obviously, if you want a darker gray, like more of the farmhouse kind of look, then you can do 2 to 3 coats. But it's all about living your style, your way, right? You can also paint it any color. You know, your craft paints are so awesome. Not only are they budget friendly, but you can paint anything. They're so great on woods as well. And you can see here, all I did was put it on my tray. It gets that elevation up for my herbs. So now I have a nice centerpiece sitting on my kitchen table, because with these herbs, I actually use them every day. I cook with my herbs, especially with the cooler months coming up, the fall and winter. Every day I use these herbs, so I'm getting fall ready. And also, don't go anywhere, because with these very same herbs, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a garlic DIY herb sauce to put on your sandwiches and your soups. Bring back your taste buds.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy! And refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit homefoodsafety.org.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. I hope you brought with you your taste buds, and while you're away, you know what? I gathered a few of my favorite herbs and spices to show you a garlic herb sauce. I make this garlic herb sauce a lot through the cooler months, especially, with fall coming up. We're already in September, which I can't believe, but I will make it and then I actually will freeze it or just put it in the fridge. It's so great to add to my sandwiches, and then it gives it just a little bit of spice, and I add it to soups as well. So it's very easy. It's easy to make. So if you have a natural herb garden, or you plant, you have a garden and you plant your herbs from seed, nothing like bringing garden to table. You can't get much fresher than that, right? You can use those, but if not, you might have spices in your cabinet that you want to test out. Make this sauce, you won't regret it. So all I did was I mix it up in a food processor, and because we're in my living room studio, right, I pre-did that, and all you're going to do is mix it up real good. Now, once you do that, you want to add 1 tablespoon of each spice, by the way, right into your food processor or whatever you're mixing it up with, and you're just going to take it and mix it real good with a spoon. And I like to add bay leaves into mine, but I don't necessarily crunch up those bay leaves. I leave it in there whole, actually. So once you have it all ground up nice and smooth, what you're going to do is put it in a container, whatever container you want to use, because like I said, you can freeze these, and if you refrigerate it, I found that it's good for 2 weeks in the refrigerator. And for me, that's pretty good, because like I said, I do use a lot of garlics, I use a lot of spices throughout the cooler months. So 2 weeks in the refrigerator, that works for me. So whatever container you want to use, just go ahead and scrape that right out and put it in your container. Now, you might not be a garlic fan. Myself, I eat garlic every day. But if you're not a garlic fan, don't worry about, putting the garlic into your herb sauce. I like to use the garlic. And whenever I do use the garlic into the sauce, I get the jar garlic, just because it has that natural olive oil and the natural oils already in it. But I've already used garlic from my own garden, and when I do that, just chop up the garlic, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then blend it in with your spices. But like I said, this works well without garlic, but I will say as a side note, if you do not use garlic, just make sure you put that 2 tablespoons of olive oil in. That way it gives it a consistency, and hey, olive oil is very good for you, right? So I'm just going to finish scraping this out. And too bad we didn't have smell-o-vision. It smells so good, right? Whenever you mix anything with spices, the smell is great. And then once you spoon everything into your containers, right? Just go ahead, put that in the fridge or the freezer, because it'll freeze very well for you. Because I will say, I love these little mini containers because I use them a lot for gift giving. You can't get much easier than just to say, hey, thank you, and just give a little gift, right? For me, food is my jam. I think, myself and my family, we base everything around food, so we do a lot of gift giving with food. So that being said, I hope you try this recipe at home, and if you do try it, let us know right here at the studio, or you can do social media, ever how you wanted to tell us if you tried it, because I would like to know your thoughts. And make sure you don't go anywhere, because guess what? Gather up that spare change and a sock and come on back, because I'm going to show you how to cool off.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, hi, what's your name? You live around here? You're pretty. Where are you guys going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Guess it's about time to get you fixed, sweetie.
Your pets will start getting noticed sooner than you think. Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you gathered up your spare change or all those coins and a sock. Because what I'm going to show you is something very simple. Show you how to turn this into an ice pack. Now, maybe after a workout or just if you've got sore muscles, you might need an ice pack, right? So all you're going to do is put the sock right over your coin jar, sorry. Turn that over, make sure all those coins get in there. And really, it doesn't take a whole lot of coins, you know, to do this trick. But all you're going to do is tie up the sock then. Make sure those coins don't fall out. That's pretty good, right? And you're going to plop this right into your freezer, okay? And it really doesn't take all that long to get cold because of the metal and what coins are made out of, right? But after a workout, it feels so great on your upper thighs. And I have found that it works well because just with your upper thighs right here, it just drapes perfectly for the sore muscles, right? So then after you're done doing those squats, or if you're lifting weights, or like I said, if you just have sore muscles, this works great. And you can do this, you see, I don't know if you can see, but I'm sitting on a footstool. And I like to do this on a footstool, but you could do this on a chair if you would like. The reason why I do it on a footstool is, remember, my show is all about living your style your way. What works best for you, your bodies, right? For my body, footstool's great. We'll just say I have to modify things a lot because, hey, we all get older, right? We all have our aches and pains or whatever we're living with. So I use a footstool and I stretch those legs out, drape my ice pack right over either my upper knee or my thighs, whichever's hurting, right? And I'll do a nice stretch and just lean back a little bit. Because if I was using a chair, I necessarily don't want that back support. That's for my body type. But you could do this easily in a chair as well, if it's easier for you. That is just a quick tip. Some of you might have heard that tip before, but that's an old one. So I just want to say, in my final thoughts, I am introducing a new segment to my show, and it's called Gathering with Lisa. Yep. You might be saying, well, what exactly is that? I'll be gathering guests. It could be one-on-one, and we are just going to gather around and talk about their living style. Now, this is a segment that I'm just going to add to Living Style with Lisa. So you never know who's going to show up in studio. It could be somebody within our community or beyond, but I can make sure of this. It's always somebody spreading positivity, spreading cheer throughout the community or beyond. So I'm so excited to introduce this new segment and into the new horizon of my show. So I hope you are too, and I hope you enjoyed today's show as well. So until next time, remember, live well, enjoy life, and hey, love being you. Ciao.